Alright, so here is my Module 2 project, or I should say project update from last time. So, Module 1, I know it's different graders, so I should explain the rest of the project, but basically, my project, I'm making a game, and it's going to be like Terraria, if you know that, or basically a 2D video game that's an RPG and whatnot. Just pretty much the basics for now. But last time I had all these classes besides game engine and besides inventory. I had a game engine and inventory. I had all that to basically before it used to print a little grid in the console. And you could like put in input and it would validate the input, etc., etc., do all that stuff. Now, I spent a very long time, getting STL2, which is pretty much a GUI like graphics library, into CLine, which took way longer than I wanted it to, but oh well. So you guys probably won't be able to run it on your computer just because. I mean, you might. You would probably have to clone my repository like exactly and replace some stuff in the CMake because I had to add a lot of stuff to the CMake. It might actually work if you just clone it. But it doesn't really do too much right now. But basically, the concept I didn't use input from file because it's late and I've already spent so long just like writing to a window or renderer. So if you count that, maybe. Anyways, so game engine, blah blah blah. Basically, it has an initialization. It handles events, updates, renders clean. This is all stuff that definitely isn't on the rubric, so I don't really expect points on this because I really just wanted to like work on this early because I want my final project in this class to just like be me finishing the game. So I don't mind not getting as much points on Module 2's open-ended, but I do have inheritance in like the component relationship. I have to probably show that, but I'll run the code first. So if you press run, just to run, debug sometimes doesn't work, but run, it won't see out anything, but it does print this beautiful white box that took me a few hours to make. It basically just initializes this as a window, and it renders this nice white color onto this little window, and you can change it whether it's full screen or not. So that's it. Next step is definitely going to be to populate this with a playable thing and get input and validate the SDL input and whatnot, which will probably take a long time, but oh well. So as you can see, Xcode 0, and because I'm using essentially, I'm sure you guys are probably familiar with it, but basically what happens is when I use SDL, it overwrites the normal main. There's a macro that overwrites normal main, so all the couts that are in main or within calls in main just like don't really work, I guess, on CLine or Windows. So oh well. But I'll show here. Let me show my inventory. I'll close out of these. I don't want to make a super long video. Let's see, and then I guess I'll get my weapon thing. So weapon, the whole idea is that inventory, so I still have to make a lot more of them, but the whole idea is that a weapon, like, the weapon inventory is an inventory, like a type of inventory. So the idea would be like, if you have the big inventory with all the different types of inventories, then you have your weapon inventory, so it'll inherit that. And I have some protected structs just for weapon properties. And then it overwrites display info and inventory. And inventory also has a public enum class to overwrite it to. And then my virtual, these are all my virtual. So this operator, basically, you can override it if you want, but that's not a pure virtual class because it's not, you don't necessarily have to override it in the weapon. And display info is the same deal. Same with display inventory, they're not pure, but this is pure because These I think have to be overridden. Not this one. Yeah, anyways, okay. So yeah, I'm not, that's it for now. I'm not expecting an awesome grade on this one, but that's okay. Thanks.